Summer 2012. So up till now, me and Tina, we now have lived in the house about 4 to 5 months. We're now looking at, well, I'll say 3. Let's say 3 to 4 months, give or take a month or 2. I don't have my notes in front of me, so, but it's summer. It's summer 2012. We've witnessed some strange things. We know our house is haunted. We've transitioned from thinking, and it was a semi-gradual, semi-abrupt transition of thinking it was a kid ghost, to now we think we might have something malevolent, something nefarious. And that transition is very interesting when you look at our case and other cases, because the internet is advising us, giving us steps on what to do, how to remove a kid ghost, and we're following those steps. But we're getting the wrong reaction. The reaction we were promised online on paranormal websites is different than the reaction we're getting, the response. So now it's summer and we're well into the home, we're moved in. The items that have disappeared have not reappeared. Full disclosure, my car keys or car fob, my extra pair, the ones I never used, are still missing to this day, 2022. Tina's jewelry, still missing. We're now discovering items that neither of us own, kid toys, spread throughout the house. You see the plant shoot up in the air, turn around while watching TV and fall at our feet in front of us. We've seen that. Objects now go flying across the room we're in or the next room over. Example of that, of eating dinner, watching TV, downstairs living room, and a plant, always a plant. Tina has several. It became an ordeal. The plants would fly so many times. It became an ordeal just to put the dirt back in, the roots back in, try to preserve these ivory plants, re-water them, re-nourish them, only for these same plants to go flying across the room days later. Tina lost a lot of plants and they eventually died. This is all summer. What made us drop the theory of a kid ghost and made us think of something more nefarious was the door slamming and the loud bangs. You're sleeping or trying to sleep. Tina at times would be taking a bath, taking a shower, and the bathroom door would just slam shut. Not a wind, not a draft going through the house. This is a violent shut that rattles. If it's on the second floor, it rattles every room on the second floor. You hear it, I hear it, I'm clear across the house. I've had doors slam on me. Doors are slamming while we're sleeping. Objects are being thrown. Having said that, summer is still delightful in the Pacific Northwest. The Pacific Northwest is known for its rainy months, but one of the things it's not known for, unless you live here, is its awesome summers. Summers are gorgeous. This is a big home. The windows are open because we have no AC. So we're happy to take the air, the cool breeze coming from outside at night or during the daytime. And things are still lighthearted. We have our day jobs. We have our friends. We have our social life. And one of the questions when we're amongst our friends is, when are we going to have a house party? You know, when you move into a house, you have friends. They're dying to see your new place where you live. You know, and you're dying to show them. Me and Tina have been together 2 years. This is our first time under one roof together. And I was very proud of acquiring this house, even with the activity. And I wanted to show our friends. I wanted to host a dinner, a barbecue. Beautiful patio, backyard. Tina bought me a barbecue grill as a present for moving into the home. So I wanted to show off my barbecue skills. One of the things we talked about, me and Tina, at night, pillow talk, is it safe? Is it safe to have a housewarming party knowing, experiencing the level of activity we're having? Granted, neither one of us have been hurt yet. But there has been minimal damage done in and around the home with the objects being thrown. Our friends are very diverse. We have a diverse group of friends, and this is true. You never know, and how could you, people's reaction to paranormal phenomena. I know our reaction when the door slams in the middle of the night or when an object hurls past you. It's a very frightening experience. It startles you. There's a degree of uncertainty, of unknown. The anxiety level rises. You cannot help but imagining the worst case scenario. We don't know where this is going. The only thing we know is it seems to be escalating. And our fear amongst ourselves, me and Tina, is, will this, whatever it is, at the time we call it a spirit or whatever, will it use this opportunity when our friends are there to take things to the next level? You know, when you have your friends over for dinner, for birthday parties, get-togethers, you are responsible for their safety. You don't want anybody to hurt themselves while under your roof. And most house people, we can control that. We can control that. Our worry is, me and Tina's worry is, we can't control the paranormal. We never know when an object is going to go flying. We never know when a door slams or is about to slam. You don't know these things in advance. These things happen abruptly, and there's no consistency as far as timing. The loud bangs happen primarily at night, but I can't tell you every night they happen at the same exact time. That's not true. They happen at night, primarily after 8 p.m., where there's a wide open window from 8 p.m. to the time you go to bed. We go to bed at about 11:30, 12 a.m. That's 4 or 5 hours. Things happen. I can tell you what day of the week activity would erupt. So there was that fear. So it was a judgment call, and it was a unanimous decision between me and Tina that we would have our friends over. We're going to bring it down a notch. We're not going to invite everyone. We're going to, I think we limit it to 6 people that she knew and their significant others if they have one, and 6 people that I know and their significant others. So you have about 12 to 14 people, and that's a good size. That's a good size for a house that size, or for any house for that matter. And we did. I can tell you there was a lot of anxiety the morning of, getting out of bed, getting ready, running errands, buying loads and loads of bags of ice, going to the grocery store, buying food, buying drinks, buying soda, mixers, sides. There was a lot of preparation. And underneath all that is the anxiety of, if this thing starts showing out during the day, meaning it's 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., party is at 6. Do we pull the plug? I mean, this is the conversation you have when you live in a home with a poltergeist. At least that's the conversation we did. It was talked about a lot, and consideration was given, careful consideration. And we knew if we were to have activity up until the moment of leaving to the party, what kind of message do you send? How do you tell people, oh, the party is canceled? How does that work? You know, we now live with most of my friends, or we text, or there's an invite on Facebook, social media. Everybody, and I do mean everybody who was invited to our home, knew we were having activity. We told them. We've told everybody prior, because when things started happening, our closest friends are who we went to. And their reaction was mixed. Nobody did not believe us, they believed us. But as you're going to learn or soon find out, as I talked about this incident, seeing is believing. So the afternoon of the party is in effect. We did not have any activity that morning, that evening. So the party is full go. Green means go. And we told ourselves, if the activity should happen while people are there, well, it depends on what type of activity. But each of us told ourselves and told each other, let's keep an eye out, you know, and let's not wish the activity. Let's have a party, okay? Let's have a party, and let's not wish anything upon ourselves. The ball's in the poltergeist's court, if that makes sense. And as the evening grew older, I want to say it's about maybe an hour to 2 hours within the night that Tina and I realized that it's our friends that are there with us, it's ourselves, obviously, and it's the spirit. The spirit is there. The spirit is active. The spirit has showed its hand. And by that I mean weird things started happening. Case in point, you know, when your guests arrived, they arrived carrying, you know, food items. So they would ring my doorbell. I would open the door, and husband and wife, my friends or Tina's friends, and they're carrying things, or they have more items in the car. It's customary, me, my house, primarily the gentleman, to help them bring things in, you know. So I would let them in, do the meet and greet, Tina do the hello. I would follow either the boyfriend or the husband to the car to bring in the other stuff, ice bag, bread, cookies, whatever. And, you know, we bringing the stuff back into the house. The person I'm following back to the house, we're getting things, we're coming back. Now, the time I got to the front door, the first few times, it would close on me and lock me out. My guest had went in a few seconds before me, and I'm coming, bringing up the rear with my stuff, their stuff, and the door would just close. Not an automatic slam, but a close. That's fine, you know, doors sometimes they close or have the ability to close to prevent from being open, right? Doors have some sort of, I don't know, thing, thingamajig that makes them close on their own. This was not that. And that's fine if it was. But the door would close and then lock me out. Get to the doorknob, locked out. Now, to lock a door from the inside is a manual process. Nobody is going to lock Keith Linder out of his own house, not by instinct. Guests are arriving, they're in front of me, they go in, they keep walking till they make their way to the kitchen. I'm coming up the driveway, I get on the porch, the door closes and locks. I have to ring the doorbell for somebody to let me in. That happened several times as guests arrive. And about the second or third time, Tina always answered most of the time. And I did not know then, or I thought it was weird. And I said, it keeps locking me out. This door keeps locking me out. So that was weird. We shrugged that off. Better me than them. As the night got older, you have all the women, about 8 total, give or take. And I'm over having a conversation with the dudes. You know, I'm in my little circle with the guys at the barbecue, meet on the barbecue, but I'm inside mingling, talking, socializing. And out of the blue, I hear the girls are congregated together in the kitchen. They're standing near the kitchen island, and the kitchen got drinks in their hand, and just talking like the guys are. The guys are over here, the girls are there. And throughout the night, multiple times, one would blurt out, one of Tina's friends or my female friends, hey, something just pulled my hair. Something keeps pulling my hair. Or something tapped my shoulder. Or something bumped me, shoulder bump. You know a shoulder bump, shoulder, And I would hear that in my conversation with the guys and look up and try to tune the guys out and hear what's what they saying over there, what's going on in the kitchen. And Tina, being in the midst of it, is hearing it firsthand. And we make eye contact, we look, and I'm looking, I'm like, she's like, it's just, so it happened over and over and over. And finally, in the middle of the night, I'm talking with the guys and she sees with the girls, I do a little, we had these all orchestrated, so we really did. Tina and I had these things choreographed, and I do a little, that means meet me upstairs. Meet me, steal away from the crew, your friend, my friend. Let's just go up the stairs and do a mind meld and see what's going on, how the evening is progressing. We get up to our bedroom and we're relating stories. I'm telling her about the door incidents. She's telling me about how the girls are all being parent hugged, shoulder bumped, tapped, and all that. And we're like, okay, if that's the worst that can happen tonight, then that's okay. We can live with that. That's the worst. They knew the house was weird. This will help them believe it, right? This will help them really understand what we're talking about. Not really, but it's a good thing. Okay, so we can't be gone too long. So we rush downstairs and resume. I'm barbecuing on the patio. I got meat on the barbecue, so I'm going in and out the sliding door. I'm going out the back door. This is the back door, glass sliding door. I go out and I leave the sliding door open. I got to carry meat in. My hands are full. I got to carry the brisket, the beef ribs, the pork, the baby back ribs, all that food. I got to carry this. I leave the sliding door open. I can't open the door, and I leave my friends doing what they're doing. Nobody's helping me, and that's fine. But I'm coming back into the sliding door. It's closed and it's locked. And you know, sliding doors, you can't lock them from outside. You know, and the latch. So I get to the door. I'm like, dun 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 dun. Hey, chef, locked out. And that's happened a few times to where Tina sometimes opened the door. I just shake my head like, you know, first time you think you're stupid. First few times I'm like, I'm an idiot. But it wasn't dawning on me that, dude, you're not locking the door. You just walk through it. About the third, fourth, or fifth time I bring food in, one of my best friends, Justin, comes to the rescue. He opens the sliding door. And Justin remembers the problem I was having at the front door. And he bursts out sort of in a laughing manner. Like, dude, you keep locking yourself out your own house. And we laugh. He gives me a beer, Bud Light, or whatever. And we like chug it off. And I'm like, you don't even know half of it, dude. You know, poltergeists are good at making you look bad, FYI. Poltergeists excel in making the house occupants looking foolish. Key example, Demons in Seattle, Ghost Adventures. So I come in, I'm looking at Tina like sliding door, you know. But that's it. That we know. Minus a few minor electrical issues like problem with Wi-Fi. Hey kid, I can't access your Wi-Fi, I won't let me in, or the internet's slow, you know. The evening went well. That's the most that can happen. We're good. We're gonna get out of this clean. Okay? And we did. We did. As the evening ends, people are now filtering out. People are now leaving. It's 12, it's 1. Hey, gotta go, Key, great party. Lovely home. Congratulations to you and Tina. And that's how it goes. And like your part is, there's always going to be some stragglers, and that's good. Stragglers are there to keep the night going, to help with the cleanup, and just socialize. And that was Tina's best friend Kim, and Kim's stepmom, who flew into town, and therefore was at the party from New Orleans. Kim has a big job title. I forgot her job title exactly, but she works at Microsoft in marketing. She's very intelligent, very articulate. Tina's best friend. Kim is who Tina would call during the worst of moments in the Bothell home. And Kim would respond. And also Tina would spend the night with Kim when I'm out of town. Tina was too scared to stay in the house by herself while I'm out on business. So Kim has a significant role in our social life, especially Tina's. So I remember that now we're mingling. I'm semi doing cleanup. Tina's in the kitchen loading the dishwasher. And Kim, like she does, fills her glass of wine and parks herself on the entire couch. And by that, I mean she lays still upright in a 90-degree angle, but she's positioned on the couch and she's talking. Her mother is sitting at the kitchen island on a bar stool. I'm maneuvering throughout the house. In the kitchen, I'm in the living room with Kim. I'm sometimes near the mother, the stepmom. I'm maneuvering. I believe somebody said they're cold. You know, Pacific Northwest, summer or no summer. Sun goes down, it's cold outside. And I think it was Kim who said that she was cold. So me, being a gentleman, I walk and leave the kitchen and go around the couch to where Kim's feet are. And no, where Kim's head is, I'm sorry. Kim is laid in the way she can see direct to the front door. She can see the other room. And as I'm going to the window that faces the backyard, the patio, next to the sliding door, I walk by her, and about to close the window because I think it was Kim who said that she was cold. As I'm walking, I see something go across my peripheral, and bam, splatter across the wall. Yeah. I turn around toward the direction of the noise, and Kim, who was sitting facing the door, saw it all. Kim, to this day, has seen something that I've never seen like that. I've always seen objects fly peripheral. Kim saw the object fly directly and obliterate itself onto the wall that connects the living room to the garage and burst in pieces. Tina is on the far end of the kitchen. She might have even heard the melee. Kim definitely heard and saw it. I heard and saw peripheral. Kim's mother heard something. Kim leaps up out of her off the couch and says, "What was that?" And I walk over there, and I see the plant, and I say, "Tina, come here." And Tina rushes over, and we're all gathered around this broken up debris, plant pottery. And I remember Tina walks over there. I'm already standing there. Tina, we're all looking at the pottery. We've seen this before, me and Tina. And Tina sort of nonchalantly walks off, heads back to the kitchen, says something to the effect of, "Girl, I told you our house was haunted." And the look on Kim's face when she looks, because Tina and I've seen this numerous times. You know, people always don't understand about our ordeal, or they say on the YouTube, or the cynics or the critics say, "Why are you always so calm? Why are you guys, Bibles flying and all that, your videos, you're so calm?" Well, idiot, skeptic, cynic, non-believer, what I share with you on the internet is not the first time we've experienced this. By the time it reaches your eyes, meaning YouTube, I've lived through it 10 times, if not more. It's happened so much to where I now want to share it with you via video. So my reaction and our reaction that night, Kim and her mom's reaction were our reaction 3 months ago. We've seen plants fly like that. We know that. We clean them up. We do the sweeping, we do the vacuuming, the washing. We know that. We respond to it. So by the 10th time it happens, yeah, Tina, like, "Hey, told you our house was haunted," and she goes back to what she was doing in the kitchen. And now, whatever they were talking about prior gets put to the side, and now people want to talk about the haunted house. See how that works? Kim in disbelief, her mom semi in disbelief. I'm not in disbelief, but I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. I'm not in disbelief, I'm surprised. Because the spirit had all night to do that. It had all night. But it waited till the house filtered out, and it knew Kim would see that. Poltergeists do nothing happenstance. Everything is done for a reason. Everything. They're attention seekers. They want to make believers, but on their own terms. So Kim saw that. And I was surprised that it did that in front of her. I was like, that's pretty bold, because now Kim had always been on team Keith and Tina. She's, "Hey, you guys are house haunted, okay, whatever. Still love you." But when you see it, you're now the president of Team Keith and Tina. "Hey, I was there. I can tell the story better than they can." That's the crossover mentality of a witness to a poltergeist haunting. They could now sometimes tell the story better than you. And Kim can't. This incident, Kim can't. She saw it better than me. And now Kim wants to talk about, okay, how long has the house been haunted? What else has been happening? Da 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 da. Tina's a little bit frustrated, understand, because she's been telling Kim all along. I've been telling you this when we go shopping, when we go wine tasting, when we go happy hour, go dinner. I've been telling you the house is haunted. Why do you think I've been staying at your house with people out of town? And so she's kind of like, you know, now I got your attention. Now you're taking it serious. And that's the psychology of a haunting on both sides. The people who live it every day, see it every day, and the people who see it for the first time, and now they're like, oh, I gotta talk about it. Turn around, listen to me, I gotta talk to you. And so yeah, and then the mom, who's an elder, come from New Orleans, blurts out, she's familiar or heard of hauntings like this. New Orleans, New Orleans, you know, one of the oldest cities in the country. So she knows. And I think she started asking us, what have we done to remove it? How long has it been happening? What's the worst that has been happening? We tell her we wish it to stop, go away. Kim characteristically pulls out her iPhone and starts aiming it toward the ceiling, I believe, of asking it, you know, oh, well, these things, these spirits, yeah. I think she was listening to her stepmom of saying how you can walk these things out, you know, ask them what they want, why they're here, stop it, behave. And Kim starts doing that. Understand that's what the internet's been telling us for the last 3 or 4 months. Hasn't been working. But who am I to stop Kim if she has more of a connection than I do? So go for it, Kim. Until the loud banging started. Kim raises her phone to the ceiling and asks questions of why are you here or what do you want? Boom, boom, boom. Similar to me and Tina. She's getting the same response. Boom, boom, boom. And to the point to where I'm getting a little nervous, as is Kim's stepmom, as is Kim, because the bangs are getting louder. And I take that as they don't like me talking to them. And I tell her something to that, hey, stop that. You know, we're trying to wind down the night, not wind it up. Well, Kim and her mom eventually got to leave. It's getting late. But they want to help, particularly Kim's stepmom. And she came up with a good idea. It's an idea that we tried already, but I'm not here to shoot ideas down because I want ideas and I want to be appreciative. We've tried this already, maybe not to the degree, but we've tried it. Kim's stepmom said we should all gather in the room where the object was thrown, which is, quote unquote, technically, that's the living room. What Kim was is the den, technically. We go into the smaller room where the front door is, and we sit on the couch and love seat. And Kim's stepmom advises, say, hey, we're all going to say each of us, an individual prayer. And we're gonna go around circle. I'm gonna go first, Kim, Tina, Keith. I don't remember their wording exactly, but we did. And she said, make the prayer sincere, semi-apologetic, sort of mix the Lord's Prayer with other prayers, you know, be genuine. And we did. Everybody's eyes are closed and we're praying. Then, when it came time to me and Tina's prayer, Kim also, you guys got to be extra sincere, extra real. You know, we've all said a prayer individually, and then we're going to say a group prayer, and she led the group prayer. And then we all went to hug each other and, you know, hug and release. We're going to release. I release you, Spirit. I release you. Be gone. You are now released. This is a This is a new moment, a new leaf has been turned. And we're going to hug, we're going to kiss, we're going to embrace. I remember, I think Tina was crying. Tina had tears in her eyes. That's how the warm the moment was. And to Tina's credit, and what people don't really understand is even the activity that we've had so far, you know, compared to what's about to come, which is, for the record, 1.5 years from now. Even what we've encountered so far, it's so taxing on the brain. It's so taxing on the mind, on the psyche. You know, people who tell me that they wish this happened to them, that they wish they could experience, I just shake my head at them. Because what you don't understand about me and Tina's situation, or everything we've witnessed so far, we're walking on eggshells. We don't know it yet. That's what you don't need to understand. We don't know we're walking on eggshells. We are being sized up, me and Tina, on so many different levels. There's a storm coming. Part of it's already here. You know, part of it's already here. There's a storm coming. You know, I use the analogy of what's in the world right now. The Ukraine crisis, the war, Russia's war with Ukraine. And if you notice how that progressed, Russia have been populating the border of Ukraine, the eastern border, with massive troops for months at a time, the build up, the crescendo, you know, and you see that, you're in Ukraine, you see this mass armada building up on your border. Like, man, 80 to 120, 140,000 troops, tanks, weapons, missiles, and all this stuff, and it's just sitting there. And there's nothing you can do because it's on their side. It's on their side, you know. And then one day, bam, boom, 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 boom. And look at the country now. Look at the interior now, and compared to the interior 6 months ago. You know, that's the Bothell house. You know, Tina is crying because she can't feel at ease or safe in her own home. Because you never know when the shoe is going to drop, no pun intended. You never know when an object is going to fly. You're vulnerable when you're sleeping. You're vulnerable when you're taking a shower. You're vulnerable when you're washing your hair. Vulnerable, vulnerable. You're exposed. And the spirit comes in with full force. Boom! So she has a right to cry. And she did. Now, we've only been in this room, I would say, no more than 10 minutes, give or take. Now it's time to return to the other side of the house, which is the den and the kitchen area. And we did. We hugged, kissed, wiped out some tears. We went back into the room. When we got into the room and got to the kitchen, everybody's mouth dropped open. Everybody's. We just prayed. We just hugged. We extinguished candles. We lit candles. Every kitchen cabinet door was wide open. Every closet door in the kitchen wide open. Cupboards, top and bottom, open. We didn't hear a pin drop while in the other room. The other room is maybe 4 feet away. If I told you to go into the kitchen and give me a cup of water and you had to go into my cupboard to get the cup, I would hear you. I would hear you moving and rummaging in my kitchen. We heard nothing. And like I said, poltergeists do nothing. There's no such thing as happenstance. the message being sent at that moment was, aha, prayer. That's good, that's nice. How thoughtful. We're over here. It doesn't affect us. It won't affect us. It won't stop what's about to come. We're here. Sort of like the troops in Russia. We're here. We're already here. And the look on Kim and Kim's stepmom's face said it all. What did you do? I remember they hugged us, said they would keep praying for us, rooting for us, stay in the fight, you know. And they were sincere. I tell you, they were 100% sincere. But their body language and their face expression said it all as they were leaving. And it said to me, because I saw it, I watch people all the time. I watch their eyes. I'm a good reader of people's faces and what they're thinking. Yes, what you say is important, thank you. I know it came from your heart, but I'm looking at you as you're leaving my house. And when I looked, I remember thinking to myself, they know we're in trouble. They've never seen anything like this. And they don't know what to do. And that was the housewarming party. Now, not to be anticlimactic, but I'm going to rewind a little bit. Before this ordeal, one of the things my friends, not Tina's my friend, was a doctor, scientist. Prior to leaving, before she got on the road to drive on her long trip home, she said, Keith, can I have a cup of coffee? I've been drinking. I'm about to hit the road. I appreciate a cup of coffee. We're in the kitchen. This is one of my best female friends. And I was so honored to have her in my home. I went to my cupboard and pulled out my favorite coffee cup. This is a green ceramic cup, coffee cup. It was given to me December 1st, 2005 by my mom. The morning I moved to Seattle, the 3.5-day drive from Memphis, Tennessee to Seattle, Washington, December 1st. And my mom, 5 a.m. in the morning, gave me a ceramic green cup. I'll never forget it. She said, hey, I got a gift for you. You get to Seattle, I want you to be careful. She knew I love coffee. She knew I was going to the coffee mecca of the world. That's debatable, but oh well. And she gave me a cup. And I drank out of that cup every morning. Green ceramic cup. It's not overly manly, but it's my mom. And I wanted my friend, who I view as a sister, to drink from this cup, the cup my mom gave me. And we talked about the story I'm telling you. I told her, I said, there's a story behind this cup before I give you coffee. I said, oh yeah, what's the story? And I had my mom. She gave me this cup. You know, I mean, it's very sentimental. We're talking in the kitchen. We're talking. She hugged me, kissed me, and she drank the coffee, and thank you. I remember she gave me the cup, and I put the cup. Tina already loaded the dishwasher, so I didn't make it into the dishwasher. So I set it in the sink. I said, well, that's the first cup I'll reach for in the morning. Me and Tina went to bed maybe an hour or so after Kim and Kim's mom left. We shut down the house, we cleaned the house, and went to bed. The coffee cup, one of the last things I saw, was in the sink. The next morning I got up, it's about 9, 10 a.m. We're tired. Still, not hungover, but just tired from the party. And You know, like every American, I went to the kitchen to start my day with a cup of coffee. Got the coffee brewing, I went to the cut. I went to the cut to wash it. When I got to the sink, the cup was gone. The cup was gone. That cup is still gone to this day. It has never resurfaced.